The sun bleeds gold across the horizon, a slow, quiet fire against the bruised purple of the pre-dawn sky. It finds us here, on this broken road, a small band of travelers, shadows stretched long behind us. Our journey has been measured not in miles, but in heartbeats, in whispered prayers, in the silent turning of memories. Each step is a lifetime away from the home we once knew, the home we now return to. Up ahead, a jagged silhouette tears the skyline. The walls, Jerusalem. Not the city of songs, not the fortress of our fathers, but a skeleton picked clean by time and tragedy. The air is still, heavy with the ghosts of what was. There is no fanfare in our approach, no triumphant march. Our faces are etched with the dust of the road and the lines of long-held sorrow. Our garments are simple, frayed at the edges, much like our spirits. We are not conquerors, we are gardeners, come to tend a ravaged land. We are mourners, come to sit with the stones and weep for what has been lost. But in that mourning, there is a seed of resolve, a quiet fire that mirrors the dawn. A determination that does not shout, but builds, stone by heavy stone. I remember the day the news first reached me, a world away in the comfort of a king's court. The words fell like hammers. The wall of Jerusalem is broken down, and its gates have been destroyed by fire. The wine in my cup lost its taste. The laughter in the palace halls became a hollow echo. How could I feast when my people starved? How could I live in splendor when the house of our God lay in ruins? That night, and for many nights after, I sat in the darkness and wept. I mourned for the city, for the covenant, for the scattered and broken-hearted. My grief was a heavy cloak, but prayer was the thread that held it together. I fasted, I prayed, confessing the sins of my ancestors, of my people, of myself. I laid our collective failure before the God of heaven, the great and awesome God who keeps his covenant of love with those who love him and keep his commandments. And in that place of utter brokenness, a new purpose took root. It was not a grand vision born of pride, but a quiet, trembling hope, a question whispered into the dark. What if? What if I could be the one to help? What if this sorrow could be turned into strength? I prayed for favor, for an opportunity, for the courage to speak when the moment came. The king, a man of immense power, saw the sadness in my face, a shadow that no amount of royal comfort could dispel. He asked me, "Why does your face look so sad when you are not ill?" This can be nothing but sadness of heart. Fear gripped me, a cold hand around my throat. To show sadness before the king could be seen as discontent, a dangerous accusation. But the prayer I had prayed for months rose in me, giving me a strength that was not my own. I took a breath and spoke my heart. I told him of the city, the place of my ancestors' graves, lying in waste. And then he asked the question that would change everything. "What is it you want?" In that split second, I sent one last, silent prayer to the God of heaven. Then I laid out the plan that had formed in the long nights of weeping. I asked for permission to go, for letters to ensure safe passage, for timber from the king's own forest to rebuild the gates. It was an audacious request, a plea from a servant to a king, a whisper against the roar of an empire. But the gracious hand of my God was upon me. The king granted my requests, every single one. He saw not just a sad servant, but a man with a holy burden. He provided the means, he cleared the path. The journey from a king's court to a broken city began not with a trumpet blast, but with a quiet, heartfelt prayer. And so we stand here now, at the edge of the ruin. The sun is higher, its light touching the rubble, turning dust to gold. This is not the end of a story, but the beginning of the work. The path ahead is fraught with danger, with opposition, with the sheer, crushing weight of the task. But we did not come here because it was easy. We came because it was necessary. We came because our God is a God of restoration. The work of rebuilding is not just about stone and timber. It's about rebuilding a people. It's about restoring hope. It's about remembering a promise. Every stone we lift will be a testament to faith. Every gate we hang will be a symbol of new beginnings. The ashes may still be warm, but from them, something new will rise. This is the quiet work of healing. This is the slow, arduous, beautiful task of coming home. The story of this journey, of how sorrow was turned into action, is found in the book of Nehemiah. I encourage you to read the first 2 chapters and see how a broken heart, when given to God, can become the foundation for a mighty work. Thank you for watching. If this story moved you, please subscribe to our channel for more content that explores these powerful narratives of faith and redemption.